January 1st on this day, in 45 BC, the Julian calendar was implemented for the first time by decree of the Roman dictator Julius Caesar, revolutionizing the way time was measured in the Western world. In 414, King Ataulf of Narbonne married Galla Placidia, the sister of the Roman Emperor Honorius, strengthening political alliances within the crumbling Western Roman Empire. In 1449, Lorenzo de' Medici, the influential Florentine statesman and a major patron of the arts and literature during the Renaissance, was born. In 1500, Portuguese explorer Pedro Álvares Cabral reached the coast of Brazil and claimed the territory for Portugal, shaping the future of South America. In 1586, Sir Francis Drake launched a surprise attack on the heavily fortified city of Santo Domingo in Hispaniola, showcasing England's rising naval power. In 1752, Betsy Ross, who is widely credited with making the first American flag, was born. In 1766, James Francis Edward Stuart, known as the Old Pretender and son of James III, died, ending his long-standing claim to the British throne. In 1788, The Times, now recognized as London's oldest continuously running newspaper, published its first edition. In 1804, Haiti declared independence from France, concluding the Haitian Revolution and becoming the only nation established as a result of a rebellion by formerly enslaved people. In 1808, the United States banned the international slave trade under the Act prohibiting the importation of slaves, though slavery itself persisted in the country. In 1818, the first print run of Frankenstein, or the modern Prometheus, totaling 500 copies with no author listed, was published in London. The novel's growing popularity soon led 20-year-old Mary Shelley to publicly claim authorship. In 1830, William Lloyd Garrison published the first issue of The Liberator, a journal dedicated to the immediate emancipation of all enslaved people in the United States. In 1863, President Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation, legally freeing enslaved people in the Confederate States during the American Civil War. In 1891, facilities on Ellis Island in New York were opened to handle the vast number of immigrants arriving in the United States. In 1902, the first college football bowl game was played at Tournament Park in Pasadena, California, where the University of Michigan defeated Stanford 49-0. This event became known as the Rose Bowl, with Neil Snow of Michigan named the most valuable player. In 1915, the German submarine U-24 sank the British battleship Formidable in the English Channel, underscoring the strategic impact of submarine warfare during World War I. In 1918, the first gasoline pipeline became operational in the United States, spanning 40 miles from Salt Creek to Casper, Wyoming. In 1923, French aviator Sadi Lecointe set a new aviation speed record by flying an average of 208 miles per hour at Istres. In 1945, during Operation Bodenplatte, German planes launched their final major offensive against American forward air bases in Europe, signaling the last significant action by the Luftwaffe in World War II. In 1953, the first television detector van began operating in the United Kingdom, tracking down unlicensed television users and enforcing broadcasting regulations. In 1953, American country and Western musician Hank Williams Sr. died, leaving a profound legacy in music history. In 1958, the European Economic Community, also known as the European Common Market, officially came into effect, marking the beginning of closer economic integration among European nations. In 1959, Cuban dictator Fulgencio Batista fled Cuba as his government was overthrown by revolutionary forces led by Fidel Castro, marking a pivotal moment in the Cuban Revolution. In 1960, Johnny Cash performed the first of many free prison concerts at San Quentin Prison in California, inspiring inmate Merle Haggard, who was among the audience. In 1986, as the United States built up its presence in the Mediterranean, Libyan leader Muammar al-Gaddafi threatened retaliation if his country was attacked. In 1994, the North American Free Trade Agreement took effect, eliminating most tariffs and trade barriers on goods and services among the United States, Canada, and Mexico. In 1995, the World Trade Organization was formally established, shaping international trade regulations and economic relations worldwide. In 1999, the euro officially became the new currency for 11 European countries, altering financial systems across the continent. In 2011, the Oprah Winfrey Network, also known as OWN, made its debut on television, expanding Oprah Winfrey's influence in media.
Subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's events.